my channel. If you're new here, then a very big hello. I've got a very interesting video for you today, a very weird one. I actually had this video recommended to me. So on Instagram once a month I upload a little box of video suggestions. So if you're not following me and you've got good video suggestions, then make sure you go follow me. It's Louise94. And yeah, someone recommended this video to me and I was a bit confused to start with, and then I was like, do you know what, that's something that I would actually watch myself. One, I'm really nosy and I like to know what people buy when they go grocery shopping, and two, there's so many different things out here in Canada compared to the UK. I thought it would be quite interesting to see. So if you can't tell already by the title, I'm basically showing you what's inside my Canadian kitchen. So I'm just going to talk through a Canadian kitchen. It's basically the same as a UK kitchen. There are a few differences, and then I'm going to show you in the cupboards on some of my favourite Canadian brands, some of my favourite Canadian food that we buy. And we actually did a food shop 2 days ago, so we are completely full. Just for a start, we are renting this home, so this kitchen is very old, as you could probably tell by the cupboards. And if we were to buy this house, we would definitely renovate the kitchen 100%. But it's definitely practical for what we need. It's already came with an oven, a fridge, and a washer, dryer, and dishwasher. So yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is how big appliances are. Like, as you could probably see behind me, how big that fridge freezer is. It's literally huge, and we'll go on to the fridge freezer a bit later, but we're going to start over here at the oven and make our way around. So I don't know if you can tell by video but how big this is, but this is literally double the size as an oven at home. It's absolutely huge, and it's not just this house that's like this. Our Airbnb was exactly the same. It had a huge oven and a huge fridge freezer in as well. So yeah, I just really want to touch on that quickly just to show you how big it is. Also, which is something that's really popular in the UK, is that the washer and dryer is in the kitchen. So what I mean by that is it's normally in amongst the bottom area here. So there's any Canadians watching this, I'll upload a picture now of like an English traditional kitchen with like the washer in amongst all of the cupboards. Now we do have a washer and dryer just behind the camera here. It is huge and it is in the kitchen, but like I said, it's not normal for it to be in with the appliances down here. So we're going to go into my first cupboards here. So these are the cupboards that are like full of like everything. So like our sauces, our beans, our lunches. And the first thing I want to talk about is Canadian stuffing, because I have a lot of it up there because Jake absolutely loves it. So this is Canadian stuffing. It's called stovetop, and I would say it's most likely like breadcrumbs. So our stuffing has a lot more flavour to it, but this is a lot more like croutons, like lots and lots of croutons, lots and lots of, and that's the only thing I could really say it's like. Now we pick these up from Walmart, and sometimes they're on rollback for 90 cents or 98 cents. So we literally stock up because Jake absolutely loves this with gravy and chicken. I prefer English stuffing. Yeah, I much prefer the English stuffing. I do like this stuffing, but for me it doesn't really taste like stuffing. I will happily have it with some chicken and some gravy, but on a roast dinner I don't really tend to go for this one. But it's super cheap. I don't know, Canadians could probably help me down in the comments, but this Kraft brand I think is a very cheap food brand. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but this is something that Jake absolutely loves, and this is definitely on our grocery shopping list, like every time we go to the grocery store. So the next thing I'm going to show you is their version of biscuits. So if you're Canadian watching this, our biscuits are basically like a biscuit that you dip in a tea. I'll go on to show you our biscuits in a second because I've got some in the cupboard. But their biscuits are basically like dumplings. So if you're from the UK, I would say that these taste exactly the same as dumplings. And we love these in stew and also their nice little sides. Now Red Lobster is a restaurant brand and we are yet to go to visit Red Lobster. But this is somewhere that Jake definitely wants to visit. So yeah, so these are great as like a little starter or a side, or obviously in with your stew because they're dumplings. And these are cheddar bay biscuit mix. These are quite not These aren't expensive, but they're expensive for what they are. I think they're around $2 to $3, and you add cheese with it, and it's garlic, and it is really nice. I've actually made them in one of my day off vlogs, so if you've watched that, then you would have seen those. But that is something else that Jake absolutely loves, and that's something that I've never seen in the UK. Like I said, we would have called these dumplings, but they're called biscuits over here. I'm just gonna bring this up because I know a few English people have asked if there's certain brands over here that we have in the UK, and we do have some brands that are the same. So like Uncle Ben's, you can get Uncle Ben's in the UK, you can also get it here in Canada. These are actually really expensive. They're 4 for $10, which is just crazy because I think you can buy these in the pound shop these days in England. But we always pick up a mushroom one, a coconut one, a Mexican one, and a vegetable one. And we always do stock up on these because we love Uncle Ben's. Even in the UK, we loved it as well. Another thing that you can get over here, which is also in the UK, are these curry mixes. So we use these in the UK. We get tikka masala and korma ones. We absolutely love these. So I was so happy when I seen these over here. They are super expensive over here. When they're not on rollback, I believe with tax they're around $6. But sometimes they are on rollback for like $2, so we just stock up on those. We've only got 2 left, so I hope they go back on rollback soon. But yeah, this is the curry sauces that you get in the UK as well. So now moving on to soup. If you're from the UK, you will know that our like lead soup people are obviously Heinz, tomato Heinz. Over here, their leading one is Campbell's. Now you can buy 2 different kinds. This one is very similar to the UK, where you just put it in a hob and heat it up. But then you do have the smaller tins like this, which are a lot cheaper. I think these are around 57 cents, and sometimes they go all the way down to 47 cents on rollback. And once on one of my vlogs, if you watch my vlogs, you will know, I put this in the on the stove to heat up just from the tin like you do in the UK. And when I ate it, oh my god, it was such rich with flavor and so thick. And then I read the back of the tin, and it actually says that you need add water, so you have to fill this up with water once you've emptied it, and that's what you have to add to make it nice and thin. And yeah, so if you're English watching this, don't just eat what's in the tin. You need to add water, because trust me, the taste was not nice. So the next thing we're going to talk about is Heinz beans. Now in the UK, we love Heinz beans. That's the beans that we go for, the brand that we go for. Now over here, they do have Heinz beans, and we picked up normal Heinz beans to start with, and we realized that it was really thick and there was not a lot of sauce. It was mainly beans. And then when we went shopping, we noticed that they actually do a British version. So at home, you just pick up the Heinz beans that's off the shelf. There's no label in it, just says Heinz beans. But over here, it actually says Heinz beans British style, which means it has more sauce in the beans, and this is just our normal beans. And these are super cheap. These are 98 cents from Walmart. So yeah, so you still can get English beans over here, but just make sure you get the British ones, because the other ones don't have as much of the sauce. It's more just of the kidney bean. And then the last thing I'm going to show you in this cupboard is chip shop style mushy peas. So you can get this down the British aisle in Walmart. I can't remember exactly the price, but it wasn't too much. I think it was $2. Jake just picks this up to have with fish and chips of an evening, and you can see that they're being imported from England. But yeah, so we get these from the English aisle in Walmart, and they're dead cheap. We've got a few other things in here, but nothing too exciting. Just like diced tomatoes, kidney beans, pasta sauces, tuna, but that's everything in that cupboard. Now moving on to my breakfast cupboard, which is this cupboard here. I put everything in here for the morning, like coffee, tea bags, biscuits, porridge. So I'm just going to quickly talk through this one. This is a nice small cupboard. We always pick up a packet of English biscuits. So if you're Canadian and wondered what we call biscuits, this is biscuits. So McVitie's are definitely a very popular brand in the UK. These are rich tea. I absolutely love rich tea, and I love digestives as well. And these are actually so cheap in Walmart. I think these were like $1.50 to $2, which is amazing. I thought there'd be a lot more money, because in English stores they are. So I pick up rich tea and digestives. I've currently just run out of digestives though, so these are what I will go into tomorrow morning. We still drink tea over here. So we pick up the Tetley tea from Walmart, and it's called Orange Pico over here for some weird reason. I don't know why it's called that. I've never noticed that in the UK for it to say Orange Pico there. When me and Jake actually first came to Canada, we thought it was like an orange flavouring, so we didn't buy them for ages until someone told us that they were just the normal tea bags. And I also have Yorkshire tea bags sent from my lovely grandma all the way from Somerset, England. And we actually do sell these over here in Sobeys, but they're really expensive. So my grandma has stocked me up for a very long time. But we have Tetley decaf because I like to have a cup of tea before bed, but obviously not to keep me awake. I have decaf. Then moving on to coffee. Obviously you guys know coffees are so popular everywhere in the world, but very much so in America and Canada. Every hotel room you go into, they normally have a coffee machine like this. That's why I've had to buy one, because Jake's obsessed with the hotel coffee. He likes to have one every morning, and we just buy the big tins from Walmart. We actually just brought this classic roast from Costco for $7.99, and that will keep us going for a very long time. Obviously you can't have a coffee machine without coffee filters. I never knew how to use any of this before I came to Canada, so in a vlog one day, if you want me to do a teaching session, I can definitely get Jake to do that, because I still don't know how to use it, because Jake sets the coffee machine every evening before bed. And now, I don't know if we do this in the UK. I know we do this brand, but I don't know if we do it this flavour. But this porridge is honestly the best porridge in the world. And it's maple and brown sugar, and it tastes incredible. It's so, so good. So that's our go-to in the winter, some porridge. And would we live in Canada without having this in our breakfast cupboard? Of course, it's maple syrup. Me and Jake would love to go to a maple syrup farm to get like proper maple syrup. But at the minute, we just got some maple syrup from Walmart to have with our waffles and pancakes in the morning. Now, just while we're talking about breakfast and things, we also have this as well. And this is something that we don't have in the UK as well. Well, this is something that we didn't have, and it's Coffee Mates. So this is absolutely huge over here. We didn't know what it was when we first came, but basically it's a coffee whitener. So you don't add in extra milk with this, if that makes sense. This is the replacement for milk. I think that's right. Oh my god, I'm gonna get Canadians commenting saying I know nothing, but I think that's right. It's basically just a white powder, and it replaces the milk in the coffee. I don't know why they do that. I don't know why we've chose to do that, but we're going with that. In here is just pasta and our noodles. Our noodles are very similar to super noodles in the UK, but they're just called Vista noodles. They're 24 cents. Super cheap, super easy. I actually wanted to talk to you guys about what spices you can get over here, because this is something that I miss in the UK. So if you watch my vlogs, especially my Christmas vlogs, then you will know that my mum sent me over packets of Coleman's spaghetti bolognese, because they don't have spaghetti bolognese mixes here, but we do have the fajita mix. This fajita mix is the great value one, and I'm going to tell you now, it's so much better than the branded one. It's got so much more flavour, and they're $1 each. And then they do have the chili powders, which are 5 for $5 as well. And then we have gravy. You can buy English gravy down the English aisle, but it's so expensive, so we pick up sachet ones now. Doesn't taste anywhere near as nice as British gravy. So we've got one more cupboard to go into, and it's just this one here. This is kind of like my randomness of cupboards, but I do want to show you some cereal, because they do so many different cereals over here, crisps and other things. So yeah, my go-to cereal over here are Cheerios. Now, we have Cheerios in the UK, I know, but they have so many different flavors over here. So my favorite flavor is oats and honey, and they taste so good, like honestly amazing. And they have, I would say, about 20 different flavors. They got vanilla, blueberry. Like, I want to do a whole try-in cereal video because there's so many amazing cereal over here. They've got the Lucky Charms, they've got all of like the American cereal as well. But yeah, this is my go-to cereal. And then something else we pick up from the English aisle also is this squash. So if you're Canadian watching this, we call this in England squash, and basically you add it to your water to make it taste like a different flavor. I know in Walmart you do sell the little diffuser things to squirt in there, but this is so much better, and especially Robinson's blackcurrant. I've actually noticed in Canada, grape is more popular than blackcurrant. It's like their equivalent, and once we got grape squash, and it's a no from us. Blackcurrant is definitely the way forward, and this is only $2.97. $2.97. We got another one in there as well because we're running low. $2.97 from Walmart. Absolute bargain. Another really popular thing here in Canada is pretzels. I absolutely love pretzels, but I don't think pretzels and popcorn are as popular in the UK as in Canada. Like in the lunchroom in my old work, there were always people making popcorn in the microwave, and I would never see that in the UK. But this is what we buy, our mini pretzels. I buy these to dip in hummus. I take them for lunch, and I absolutely love pretzels, and they're so popular over here. Okay, so that was all of our cupboards. I'm now just going to move on to the last part of our kitchen tour, and that is our fridge freezer. I'm just going to talk through just a few little bits in here. Nothing too much, just anything that I don't think you can buy in the UK. Now, the first thing I'm actually going to talk about is milk. So if you watched our first few vlogs when we moved to Canada, you would have seen that we buy milk in bags over here. I'm going to upload a picture here. So it is very popular to buy milk in bags. One of my subscribers told me it's because it's easier to freeze, and then when you take it out the freezer you can shake it up. I don't know if that's true or not, so don't quote me on that. But we always bought it in bags because it was a lot cheaper than buying it in cartons. Now, if you're Canadian watching this, I'm going to upload a picture now. This is an English carton of milk, and this is what we know in the UK, and it's really cheap for milk. It's like, is it 89p for the tiny ones and then £1 for the medium? But we recently have gone off of bags and we've moved to cartons because in the bags it comes with 3, and we don't use up all of them. It's just me and Jake in the house. We don't use them up before the sell-by date, so we were throwing away so much milk, it was ridiculous. So we've had to go for cartons, which is a lot less for the money, but we're not wasting it anymore. So what I mean about carton is just a milk carton just like this. This is our choice. It's natural, 2%, and it's so expensive. With tax, it's like $5, something stupid like that. Oh my god, it's so expensive, but you gotta have milk. So that is our choice of milk now. We don't have milk in a bag anymore. There is actually only 2 or 3 things I wanted to show you in the fridge. Milk was one of them. The second thing is garlic butter. Now, I know we have garlic butter in the UK, but I never ever brought garlic butter. I didn't really need the need for garlic butter because we make our garlic bread, like a frozen garlic bread is £1 in a store and you just chuck it in the oven. But over here, they have garlic toast in the freezer aisles, which I'll upload a picture here. They do have garlic bread, like the ones that we know, but they're in like the fresh section. I guess you could freeze it, but it's so much easier now. You just buy this garlic butter, you toast your bread, and then you cover it in this to make garlic. Or you can buy the baguettes, cut it in half, and then cover it in this. So yeah, we're finding garlic bread easier with this. Now, the last thing I want to show you in the fridge is just our chocolate bars. Now, you can buy normal sized chocolate bars in the store, but they have these really cute little chocolate bars that we would normally buy in like selection boxes. In every single store, and they are $2 for 10 little chocolate bars. So I've got Kit Kat ones and Snickers at the minute. And they are super cheap, super affordable, and they're just literally like what we would get in Celebrations or Heroes back in the UK. But this is more their go-to like lunchbox chocolate thing. So I'm gonna move on to the freezer now. Obviously I do have more stuff in the fridge than that, but it's just your everyday sausage, chicken, beef, butter. I can show you the butter though, because it's absolutely huge. Obviously like everything else in North America and America, that's how big our butter is. But apart from that, we have everything else in there that's exactly the same as the UK. So moving on to the freezer, there's just a few things that I want to talk to you about in the freezer. One of those being ice cream. So this is a 2-litre tub of sorbet. You can also get ice creams in this size as well, but this is not the biggest size. You can get 4 litres of ice cream or sorbet in shops, and this is huge. And I don't know how 4 litres would fit in anybody's freezer, but they do massive portions of everything over here, and this is one of the bigger things you can buy from a store. Another thing that we absolutely love over here is their hash browns. Now their hash browns, I don't know if you can see properly, come in potato patties. I'll try and see if it will focus there. Potato patties, which means they're the size and the shape of like a burger, which is also known as patties, which means that they fit perfect in, like if you're making a sandwich, a bacon sandwich with a hash brown, they fit perfect in a bun. And they come in this really cool tray, so you can just literally pull them out. And I actually forgotten, I think hash browns are triangle in the UK, so these are nice, cute and different. And that is everything I wanted to show you in my kitchen. I know it was a very unusual video, but I hope you enjoyed it, especially if you're making a move from the UK to Canada. You can see the different type of food that you can buy over here. Some are the same brands, some are very different, but you just adapt with what you've got. And we're absolutely loving the Canadian food. We do miss English food. We miss the salt and pepper chips. We miss Jake Miss kebabs. There is certain things like packets of crisps that we do miss from the UK, but once we're over here and we've adapted, we know what we like now. We're trying new things all the time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you're new here, I would love you to hit subscribe. And if you have any other video suggestions, then make sure you leave it down below. If you are from Canada and you suggest anything that I don't already have, then please let me know down in the comments as well. We're always up for trying new things. And don't forget to go follow me on Instagram. It's Louise and I 94. And I will see you on Monday with a day off vlog. Bye!